the bathroom doesn't have to be a battlefield. I know that it feels like that right now, but what if I told you that with the right approach, bath time could actually become a moment of connection for you and your loved one with dementia? I'm Laura Wilkerson, nurse practitioner, and I've walked alongside of hundreds of families navigating dementia. And here's what I know. When bathing becomes a battle, it's not because you're doing something wrong. It's because nobody's taught you how to meet your person where they're at. But today, we're going to flip the script on bath time struggles, and I'm going to share practical strategies that honor your loved one with dignity and respect, and keeping everyone safe while you keep your sanity. And I'm going to cover why bathing becomes so challenging and how to prepare for success even before you turn that water on. And we're going to talk about specific techniques that can transform resistance into cooperation. So let's get into it. First, I want you to understand why bathing is such a battle. First, I want you to understand why bathing becomes such a battle and why this is happening. Your mom isn't being difficult on purpose. When someone has dementia, the bathroom can feel foreign. It can feel like a frightening space. I mean, think about it. Cold surfaces, all of those echoing sounds, being asked to remove your clothes by someone who might feel like a stranger in the moment. See, I've had this conversation so many times with caregivers who say, she used to really love taking her baths. And I tell them, she still might, but her brain is processing everything so differently now. The water may feel too hot or too cold, even though you've checked it with your wrist and it feels perfect to you. The sound of the running water might feel really overwhelming in that moment when their brain might be already stressed out. And being undressed might feel extremely vulnerable to them. But here's what I want you to know. When your person resists, they're trying to protect themselves from what feels unsafe. Our job isn't to force them into compliance, it's to create safety, peace, and comfort for them, because that changes everything. Now, let's talk about the preparation before that bath begins, because this is where most caregivers skip ahead and wonder why things are going sideways. The magic really happens before you even mention the word bath. I want you to start with your environment. Warm up that bathroom first. I mean, really warm, not just comfortable for you, but cozy enough that your person won't feel the shock of cold air once they've taken their clothes off. Gather everything you need beforehand. Towels, soap, and clean clothes, and make sure that they're all within reach and that you don't have to keep turning far away or walking into the other room to get those things, because you're going to leave your person unattended. And the one thing that I find makes the biggest difference is timing. I want you to avoid those like grocery store rush mentality moments. Don't try to squeeze in a bath between appointments or when you're feeling rushed, because your person is going to pick up on your emotions. I want you to choose a time where you can move slowly and you can be present in that moment. And here's a game changer. I want you to start that conversation about bathing earlier in the day. I don't want you to just spring it on them out of the blue. Say something like, after lunch, we're going to get you all cleaned up. We're going to get you clean. We're going to get you comfortable. Give their brain time to process what's coming next. And here's where we're going to get practical. When it's time for the actual bath, your approach to that bath is everything. I want you to lead with connection and not just with instructions. I want you to start by just sitting with your person for a moment, maybe holding their hand. Say something like, I'm here to help you get fresh, but I want you to be comfortable. Remember how I said they might not recognize you? I want you to use their name. Even if it's your mom, call her by her name. Or if she does still recognize you, then you can call her mom while you're doing this. And I want you to look them in the eyes, because remember, even if they don't recognize you as their daughter, they still can sense that you care. And when it comes to undressing them, I want you to go super slow. I want you to explain each step, like, hey, I'm going to help you take off your shirt now. or we're going to unzip your pants and we're going to get you undressed from the waist. And I want you to give them time to process what's happening. If they resist, simply pause. Give them a second. Don't push through the resistance because that's when things are going to escalate. Here's the tip that I give families in my practice. It really works beautifully. Let your person help where they can. Even if they can only hold the washcloth or if they can lift their arms slightly, let them do this because it will get you buy-in. Let them get involved with this process because it actually preserves their dignity and gives them some control in a situation where they might feel powerless. And even if your person says no, I want you to honor that because sometimes no just means not right now or maybe not this way. If you've got time, you can try this again later. Or maybe today is just simply a sink and washcloth day instead of a full bath day. And that's okay. Let's be real about this. Despite your best efforts, things still don't go smoothly. And that's when I need you to hear you're not failing. I remember this time I was working with a daughter and she was in tears because her mom had refused to bathe for like 3 weeks straight. And she felt like she was letting her mom down and she was letting herself down as a caregiver. And I told her, sometimes the most loving thing that you can do is adjust your expectations and give yourself some grace. Because maybe today isn't a full bath day. Maybe it's just that warm washcloth and fresh clothes. Maybe it's washing their hands, washing their face, and brushing their teeth. But we're meeting them where they're at. Meeting your person where they're at isn't giving up on them. It's showing up with love and flexibility. And here's something I think most caregivers forget about. It's crucial that you take care of yourself in these moments. If you're getting frustrated, it's okay for you to step away for a few minutes. Take some deep breaths and remember that this isn't about you doing something wrong. This is about a brain that's changing, and you're doing the best that you can to navigate that with grace. And here's what I'm going to leave you with. Every interaction is an opportunity for connection, even the most challenging ones. When you approach bath time with patience and understanding, you're showing them that they're still worthy of gentle care and respect. I want you to talk to them through this process, whether it's sharing a memory, hum their favorite song, or turn on the radio. Tell them about your day, because even if they can't respond like they used to, they're still there and they're still your person. And just remember, this phase, it's not going to last forever. Dementia changes, and what's difficult today might be easier tomorrow or even next month. Or it might need a different approach. And that's where you need to stay flexible, stay connected, and please be gentle with yourself. I know that caregiving can feel extremely overwhelming. And I know that there are days where you wonder if you're doing any of this right. But here's what I see. You're showing up. You're seeking solutions. You're loving someone through the most challenging journey. And the strategies that I've shared today are just the beginning of that. There's so much more support available when you know where to look. And if you're feeling stuck between that space of, we just got this diagnosis and what do we do now? You're not alone. And that's exactly why I created this space, to bridge the gap between what the medical system tells you and what real life caregiving looks like. I'd like you to drop a comment below and let me know what your biggest challenge is for caregiving right now. I read every single comment and I'm here to support you through this journey because you deserve care too. I'll be here caring for you while you're caring for them. See you next week.